Well, first Monday of the month of October, we have this young lady with every Monday and mindset. Not only that, but tools to help you what? Build your business. Not just mindset, tools. She got tools to help you build your business. Without further ado, you know who she is. She doesn't need very much introduction. She hails from Mid California area, down the Monterey area. Wonderful lady, beautiful husband. Matter of fact, I'm not going to tell the story today. I'm going to let her tell it because she likes to do that. Without further ado, Regional Vice President Platinum, the one and only Miss Jocelyn Driskill.
Good morning. Amazing morning, family. How are all of you? It's so good to be with you. Monday, the first Monday of October. I'm grateful and truly blessed to have been asked to come back for the month of October to just speak whatever I can to all of you. I hope many of you come back every single Monday because I am all about speaking life over you and showing you how to get to where you deserve to be. And knowing that you deserve to be there. But I am more grateful for this incredible gentleman that just introduced me. Mr. Thomas is such a world-renowned business entrepreneur, and he truly brings so much value to this group and to the world of business. And you guys, I just can't say enough about this incredible gentleman. He is a true blessing to each and one of our spirits. And thank you, Mr. Thomas, for entrusting me to be here on Mondays in October. And anytime you have me, I am grateful. So thank you so much. You're just a man of your word, a man of integrity, and a man that I feel blessed to be alongside every single day. So thank you. To all of you, how many of you are ready for today's message? How many of you are ready to make the decision? Because I'm taking right from Mr. Thomas that next, he just talked about when are you going to make the decision? And how funny, my message is the moment of the decision. So you're going to see here in a second. We have been having some phenomenal success in our business. Everything you've been hearing over the last few months of training and having the tools and using those tools and everything we have in our tool belt for ACN, whether it's live events, PVZs, PBRs, virtual internationals, live events like we just came off of in Costa Mesa. All of those events have been unfolding some incredible stuff for us. And you're gonna see someone's team of where it started on August 26th and where it is today because of the moment in that decision that she made. I'm hoping she's going to get on here because she was supposed to give a testimonial today, but if she's not, I'm going to give it for her. I don't know what's going, because usually she would be here. She's normally shows up, but you're going to get it all from me no matter what. And how many of you have finally made the decision to go RD onto RVP? I want to see hands. And how many of you are building your business from event to event and inviting people to events? Show of hands. I see Luann, I see Ishmael, I see Sensational, I see Akiko and Luisin. So I love it, Kenny. Incredible, because all it takes is one person. Now, how many of you are so stinking excited like I am when October rolled over and you heard Mr. Julian Lewis bring the gift back to you here this morning of $700 to executive team leader? Holy cow. I was so, Julian said it. We have never seen anything like it. So if you're new here on this call, I have never seen anything like it. And I will tell you, we signed 4 people, 10-1 right in that on the spot from a PBZ from the night before, because they saw the increase and they weren't going to pass that up, you guys. They were already excited about the 500, but when they signed, they actually signed up at, see, when did that roll? As soon as it rolled and I sent the message out, they signed up. So I'm just telling you, you just got a fear of loss, and you got to bring the vision and share the gift of ACN. So what I'm going to talk about, and for some of you who don't know me, I don't want to be a complete stranger to you as well. I am just a girl. I'm just a girl who has always dreamed big. And I have owned multiple businesses. I've been a serial entrepreneur most of my life, though I've had jobs. I learned the world of business from my father. I call myself a kingdom entrepreneur, new and out in my winged warrior, where are we? Winged warrior attire. But I'm telling you, ACN has been a huge blessing. I come from 28 years of hairdressing. My husband and I own a high-end residential home building company. I was a single mom. For some of you single parents out there, it's not an easy time to live in. I did that for 8 years prior to meeting my husband. And I have 3 beautiful grandchildren today. Now, I will also tell all of you, many of you have heard me, life happens to us all, correct? Always. In fact, life happened to me when I flew out to San Diego. I had to fly back for 24 hours and fly back again 24 hours later. And I'll share that with you because life happens. But somehow I get on the other side of that because of the faith I stand in. You heard the song today that we're playing here from Mr. Clemens. It is truly my journey of standing in complete faith and getting to where I need to be. And I'm going to tell you, there's ups and downs in every single business. Our construction company, part of our story, it fell apart in 2008 when the economy took a tank, and there was nothing we can do about it. No matter how great you are and what you do, life happens to every single one of us. Every single one of us. And sometimes you have to step back, take a breath, get everything back together, and then step back in faith. Okay. And I will tell you, Tony and I truly, when we saw ACN January of 2009, knew that was a prayer answered for us. We had been praying for something to be different. We have no direct selling background. We have no clear understanding of technology and all these big businesses out there. But the fact was, it made too much sense not to do this business because we were paying those bills every single month and we couldn't make our house payment. And that is what is happening to the world today. So if you have if you can't see it, now is the time to do something, because I'm telling you, and I know Mr. Thomas has been saying this, I know some of the other leaders like Mr. Lewis has been saying this, there is no more better time, perfect time in business than right now. Timing is everything. You are at the right place at the right time with the right people with the perfect company. And you have that to take to the world. And with this gift of all this extra money on the table, I mean, our comp plan's ridiculous anyway. I want to ask you all a question, even those of you who are new. If you understood that ACN for 28 years, the investment to get in was $499 and roughly $40 a month. They had the foresight, and I don't believe it's foresight, I believe it's from there, that in January, prior to a pandemic, not only did they change the $499 to $199 and $25 a month, they increased the compensation plan, like, I don't know, 16 times. I don't know what it is, 4 times. I don't care what it is. It's multiples, okay? And we still, when we saw ACN in 2009, had a mass explosion because we made the decision, we were coachable, and we went to work with our faith, and we just allowed someone to lead us and show us how to create the income. And in our first 43 days, I'm not going to tell you the number, but we put 2 numbers before a comma in our bank account. ACN did that, and we had no idea how the comp plan actually really worked. So if I can give anybody here, just get to work, be coachable, use the system the way the system is meant to be used, and don't worry about how the comp plan works. You'll learn it as you make the money. How many of you are excited about that? Learn it as you make the money, right? So let's talk about this. I'm going to dive into a training here, and I'm going to show you how this works brilliantly. So the moments of decision, where are you going to go? Are you going to turn around? Are you going to go to the left? Are you going to go to the right? What decision are you going to make? The time is now. So when I dive into this, I am going to show you a chart. I'm going to show, because I love to draw. How many of you want to see how to promote multiple ETLs and taproot? I think Mr. Julian Lewis talked about taprooting one time, right? and get and to CQ people like this, have promotions for ETL and the bonus like this. How many of you see it? How it works perfectly. Okay, I'm going to show you Mrs. Diana Garrison's structure, 8/26/2021, prior to the first thing happening in her business. And I know I can show this. Now, what I show to you is she had other people in her business, but they weren't really doing anything. So I'm not even putting them in there. I'm showing you exactly what her structure really looked like and how we were going to build from there to make it happen. This is what it looked like. Prior to 8/26/21, Diana was an ETL. Her husband, Dave, is in the business. As I said, she had some other people in the business, but just not doing anything. Now, she's been in the business for a few years. I'm going to tell you Diana's story. She worked for San Diego Gas and Electricity for 40 years. And she will tell you, she is so stinking excited about ACN. She was from the day she saw it, but she was going into retirement when I met her. And when she got started, and I know Mr. Lewis has worked with Diana as well in that marketplace. And when she got started, she was just going to go enjoy her retirement, but she saw huge value in this business to do something from home. So she started building the business. And as I said, some people came in, and she was one of those with the mindset is she was talking to the people who she thought really needed this business. Like some of them from San Diego Gas and Electricity, or people like herself or whatever. And some were retiring and they just wanted to retire, but they got started and they didn't really want to work the business. Now, Diana started working the business along with Dave, and it started to grow, but people just weren't moving. I mean, I was working along with them and we were doing PBRs and PBZs, but Diana really hadn't made the decision herself to really lead the team. And because she didn't need to, in her world, she was taking time off and she had a retirement, and things were unfolding for her, and she just wanted to kind of chill and just build her business as she wanted to. And that's everybody's prerogative, right? But she wanted to make an impact in the world. If you know her heart, she loves to help, she loves to serve, she wants to be she loves to have fun, and she wants to help people thrive in life and be blessed like she had been blessed. Now, fast forward some years, like she had kind of just really not done much, and I just stayed connected with her. Some of you know, I always talk, some people call it the Driskill drip, but for me, it's just, my hand is always there, just like Mr. Thomas. I'm here as your relationship, your friendship is with me always, and I'm always here for you. And I'm going to continue to move my business and do my thing, no matter what anybody doesn't do, right? What they do or don't do. They have to show up just like I have to show up. And, we would talk and we had different discussions, and then they went through some very challenging times over the last year or so, and financially and different things. And she'll share that too. And she'll tell you why put your life in the hands of a retirement and from corporation, living 40 years in corporate America, getting a retirement, but it's never enough. It's never enough, and especially when life happens and things unfold and you find yourself in a place where it's like, I should have enough money after 40 years of retirement, right? So, she reached out to me about the business. I'm going to make this long story shorter. And she got back plugged in. And I told her, I'm coming down to the Cerritos event, which was it was in the month of August. And I said, you need tickets, come be here, be present, and show up and get fed again. And so when she did that, she brought a gal named Harriet Clutter, and some of you have seen her on here. She couldn't be on here today because she's at the office. She's in insurance. She came to that event and she was absolutely blown away. She had never seen anything like this. She had never seen such energy. And I'm going to tell you, virtual events are great, but live events just bring the heart and the soul and everything to the people sitting in that room. And she got so much vision. She was taking so many notes. And I'll tell you, at that moment when I looked at her, I knew she was in. And she said, we went to lunch after, and I'm like, are you ready to get started? She goes, 100%, I'm getting started. That one person, are you guys ready? You guys ready? Are you sure you're ready? Let's see it. That one person turned into that. That one person turned into that. That not only made Diana excited, that made Harriet so excited. Diana and Dave just got to work from building from event to event. You've heard me talk about that over and over and over again. So you see Harriet there. She got started on 8/26. On 8/26, she also signed up her husband, Glenn. Okay. And they got to work. She introduced this business to Lee Don. He is Vietnamese, but he actually has lived in the U.S. for many, many, many years. He grew up here pretty much, but he came. His family came over from Vietnam, and he has also lived in Mazatlan, Mexico, for the last 20 years because he married his wife Gloria, who got started in the business the same time. Now, Lee came from Mazatlan with Gloria, that's where she's from, and they brought their kids over here back to San Diego area in Escondido, as many of you know where that is. And they, when Lee works in insurance with Harriet. So Harriet got her husband started because, of course, as you guys have heard me say, husbands and wife position, Tony and I did it too. Very, very incredible thing to do in a household, and get yourself positioned to not only making an ETL happen in your first position, because the way the comp plan is today, this is not normal the way it was 12 years ago when Tony and I got started. It wasn't a smart thing to do to take him to ETL at the time, but to get him qualified and build under him. But in this compensation plan, I'm telling you guys, when you can see 12, whatever it is, it's $700, right? Two people in a household make $1,400 off of what Mr. Julian Lewis just said. And I'm going to tell you, Harriet did it in 4 days. That's how excited she was coming off of that event. And her husband promoted an ETL bonus in 6 days. She had a PBZ and she introduced this to Lee. Lee got so excited, and he has prior network marketing history. So we talk about that, right? But also in insurance, they understand the power of residual, but they don't get paid residual like ACN. And Lee did his research. He's like, I'm going to research this, Harriet. Don't get started until I get started. Well, little did he know she already got started. He knows that now. And anyway, he got excited. He saw the comp plan. He's like, oh my God, I'm getting started. And so he got started, and then he signed his wife, Gloria. So it's just a continuous duplication, copy, duplicate, coachable, have your own meeting, right? Do your own PBZ, introduce this information. So I flew out just because I flew out back in August. Well, it was like right after I came out when Lee got in the business. And he introduced this business to Lena. Her name is Hugh N. Lay. And she got started in the business. We were sitting at the table at Diana and Dave's house. He brought her over. She also has previous network marketing experience. And right on the spot, she pulled out her credit card and got started. Okay. He thought she wasn't going to get started. He thought she wasn't. Okay. And so I'm going to tell you, simultaneously, his sister a few days later saw the business, and she said she would never do another network marketing company. And she came and saw this information, and she got started. That's Cho, the CHAU. She got started. He was blown out of his mind that he didn't expect Lena to sign up on the spot. He didn't even expect his sister to sign up. And here we are. Okay. Lena then puts in her mom, and because we talk about that if you don't have a spouse, but she also has put in her fiance recently. So he's in that second position. And you can see under her mom, she put in a friend that I had talked to who lives out in, when they were in Vegas, I actually talked to her over the phone. Now you can see how this is just continuing to snowball because they're coachable, they're following the system, they see the value of the ETL bonus, and they're so excited because they've been to live events. So then we promoted the next live event in Cerritos, and that's when Lee and Lena and Harriet and Diana and Dave and a handful of other people went to that event and got even more excited, met the leaders they had been seeing on Zoom. And that's how the rest of this has unfolded. Okay. In the same time, Diana started her third leg out in where is it? San Antonio, Texas, with a cousin she just found out about. We got on a Zoom with her, and she got started just a few days before the month end. And same with her new business partner under her husband, Dave, just got started at the end of September as well. So we're structuring her for RD with this huge leg that totaled since H2826, 108 points. Now, what happened from that, and you can see the others that have come in soon. Lee set himself up for regional director with his son right there on his third leg, his sister's on his second leg, his wife is on his first leg. And then right at that, as I said earlier, at the end of September, that October bonus rolled out. September 30th, we had done a PBZ at his office, and it was filled, and his brother was there, his sister-in-law was there, a handful of other people were there, and you can see 4 of them got started that very next day when that next bonus rolled out. So when you look at this, how did we get there? How did we make this so simple that they can continue? Now I'm going to tell you, go back to Chow. Today she promoted executive team leader with bonus, and I just promoted her this morning at 6 a.m. Super incredible, super exciting of what's happening. So this is what this team is doing. They're customer qualifying with the 8-point annual IDCO plan and a 4-point flash mobile plan, at least one of them. Many of them down in Southern California have T-Mobile already, or they're moving it, whatever their phone over to flash mobile. They're getting 12 points because you can customer qualify with 2 services equaling 12 points. And you can do that again in October. And this is what they're doing. So if you have 2 people in a row, when you have both of those happen, that's 24 points. They're only 6 points away. They have to have 15 points in their downline, right, to get the bonus. It has to have a total of 30 points. So if you see 8 plus 4, that's 12, and you have 2 of those, husband and wife, right, there's 24 points. You put one more person underneath them, and you help them at least get 1 more service with 6 points, or 2 more services, getting them qualified, right? You now push this person to ETL, right? You push this person to ETL. This person's set up for ETL and bonus. And it's just continuing to snowball. So if you can break it down so simple to this, where people can see it and it just becomes a team thing. Now, yes, they're continuing to get more customers. They're not stopping at 2, but they're making that happen as they're doing, we're doing presentations. We have 2 more set up, like one tonight at 6:30, one tomorrow night at 8 o'clock for this group of people. And Lee is doing Tuesdays and Saturdays every single week, because they're excited. Why are they excited? We just came off of Costa Mesa, and I'm gonna talk to you about that. So we've had 6 ETL bonus promotions since 8/26, 4 of which are 2 couples, right? And some you saw had a brother and sister-in-law, that's under Cho. One had a fiance, one had a mom. You can see how that has occurred, and that is exactly how it laid out. So how many of you can get excited about seeing what you can do to make this happen? And you guys, we're going to just continue it into the other legs of Diana Garrison and her husband to help them get to RD. And then we're just snowballing that right down into Harriet and into Lee and into Lena. They're all getting themselves set up for RD, and we'll add a 4th leg to RVP. Now, let's talk about this. It's all about creating stories. Do you know how much has happened because we had created those stories? Stories, this is another training, correct? Stories sell. Stories sell. They are everything to your business. They were to our business. Our story was, we hit, let me tell you, we hit executive team trainer, which was what the first paid position in the company back then 12 years ago, in our first 3 days of business. In fact, we hit executive team trainer open to making money before our first live PBR in our house. We were told to do that. We're like, they said, this is going to make sense. This is going to make sense to you when you have a living room full of people and you're already making money. You guys get that? So that's what we're setting these guys up for, because now at CQ, you can make money. True? So you get them qualified with those 2 services or their 3 services, at least equaling 7 points. And you get them having that within their first hour, 2 hours. You've heard Mrs. Heather Peary, she got that done for 2 of her positions in 1 hour CQ, 24 hours. And in 1 hour and 24 hours, she hit ETL. So this is a culture to creating stories. And again, remember in her team, it happened for Jenny. Right after that, she hit the ETL bonus, and then it was Ariel that hit the ETL and ETL bonus. And so when you can create these stories, it creates that synergy, and so important, and them seeing how they can do it without you. Now they call themselves ETL 30. ETL bonus 30. It's going to get done, but it should be ETL bonus 7 days, right? 7, because that's completion, and you could get it done even sooner. So that's really, really smart to do. I'm just telling all of you here, not only with this new blood that's happening, all the people that are in your organization today. How many of you maybe feel like Diana? You had you and Dave, or you and a couple people, and you're like, how do I get there? How do I get there? One person. You've heard that. You've heard all of this saying, like almost every single month, somebody is talking about everything I'm talking about right here and showing you exactly how it unfolded. Now you just have to believe that's you. Diana had to believe it was her. She had to say, I'm done doing this circle, and I'm just going to call and talk to everybody I know and bless them with the gift at ACN. And whether they say yes or no, it doesn't matter anymore. I do not care. I'm going to find the person that wants to be blessed. And that was Harriet. And she put her in and she took her to a live event. So if you can, and you're okay with getting to live events, so I would do it, because they have truly catapulted me and my leadership, but also everybody who comes with me. I mean, I brought a couple people from the Monterey area a few times just to get to the event, right? Because we don't have any here. What has that done for me? That's also, you're seen as a leader when you show up to these live events, not just on the virtual events, because now I have, guess what? Tony Kupas and Mike Kane just said, we want to come to you November 6th. So Monterey, California is getting put on the map because I showed up. Regardless of what was going on in our business, we showed up and we brought people. You can't just show up without people. Whether it's one person to 10 people, bring somebody with you and teach and show them how to bring somebody with them. So when we went to Costa Mesa, I promoted it so hard because I'd been out to San Diego twice. Now I'm going to tell you guys, I was out in San Diego and I had an emergency with my dog and my husband was out of town. My dog had to go to an emergency room. I wasn't there. I was dealing with it over the phone while we were having a PBZ. I had to make the call to get on the phone because I thought I might have to put my dog down. That's how sick she was. So I made a last minute call to get on a plane, flew home, which luckily it's not a huge trip, but I did it. And I got here, I got my dog, long story short, I got my dog, I didn't have to put her down. God gave her health back again. And my husband got home. I turned around. I had made an airplane ticket to get back on the plane, to get back to Costa Mesa with the team. I got there Friday night. I was home Wednesday, got on a plane, left Wednesday, got home, and then back on a plane. 24 hours, you guys. And I'm still doing events and promoting and getting my team, as many people as they can. Lena and Lee brought, between the total of them, they brought 11 guests to Costa Mesa. And they have at least 6 of them getting started because of the excitement. There was a couple people there that didn't want to go, but they came. Even a mom and dad that never supported one of the IBOs before came, and they sat there the whole time. We're talking from 9 to almost 5 o'clock. Promotion, we had 4 RVP promotions. We had Mr. Al Lobato, Senior Vice President promotion. Those live events do more for you than you could ever do for yourself. They got them so stinking excited. I'm going to tell you, we're going to have RD after RD after RD because of that. So how many of you are inspired by what is happening here? And how many of you are inspired? Yes? You ready to go make this happen? Because you can. You can. You just have to push. You know what push stands for? It says pray until something happens. But I'm going to tell you, it's pray and work until something happens. Pray and push till something happens, because that's all I've done is pray and push, pray and push, pray and push. Keep going, never quit, never give up, never give up on someone that's in your business, because timing is everything. I wrote down a few things here. Let me put on my list here and then I'm done. Building from event to event, PBZs, PBRs, live events, virtual events. Because of course we had 2 watch parties going on, one at my house, one down in San Diego, which was incredible with guests and people. And we did that. We had watch parties. You can still have people, right? Also, I wrote down something. If any of you are interested, go watch a message. Sam Foster knows this message. I just listened to it this morning, of course. It's called Internal Argument. It's worth it. It's worth it. That is by Bishop T.D. Jakes. It was on Sunday, right, Sam? Yep. And it is incredible. He said, the presence of adversity does not mean the absence of God. So if you are in adversity, he's still there. He's growing you. He's building you. He's getting you to where you need to be so that you can lead an army. I call it an army of hope. He also said, you can't make a vessel of clay and not put it in the fire. How many of you are in the fire and you're ready to be molded into that beautiful piece of work, right? That he created you to be. So I want to ask you one question, and I'm going to end it with this in just a second, is do you have the grasshopper mentality? Sam Foster knows what the grasshopper mentality is. For you to know what that is, you're going to have to watch his message. Then you probably can't guess what the grasshopper mentality is in his analogy. But it's reality in our business. It's reality in business. I see it happening all the time in our business. And I don't want you to have the grasshopper mentality. So find out what that is and push until something happens. I'm going to end this with this. Stand in faith. And as Mr. Thomas had sent many of you, as he sent myself, we are proof that God is able. Have faith and believe in yourself. Believe in you and know that you too can do it. We are nobody special. You too can do it. Just get out there, make it happen. And it is worth the fight. It is worth the fight. And I will tell you, every single one of you need to go fight for your family, fight for yourself, and fight for the people that are waiting for you. The time is now. Nope. What I'm going to go back and say, there's no better time than now in business with the right people, the right place, the right company. Now, just now. Just now. With that being said, Mr. Thomas, I thank you for the opportunity. I'll have I'm going to have Diana and this incredible team on at some point so you can hear from them directly of their excitement and how they got there. I just wanted to start this Monday off like this so you can see what we're really doing and how it's unfolding as it's been trained over the last few months. So Mr. Thomas, back to you.